My name's Jeremy Huffstickler. I'm a biohacked human research test subject. I got the Havana syndrome form of vaccine injury 15 years ago, and that's the heavy metals in my body from childhood vaccines were magnetized by the electromagnetic frequency streaming from the fiber optic grid and electrical grid in my apartment, and which started allowing artificial intelligence, dirty electricity, electromagnetic frequency, aka direct energy, to be streamed onto the magnetized vaccine metals in my body. But I've been taking Suboxone for 6 years, I think, and I take Suboxone. I got hooked on OxyContin whenever I was I was hooked on it for a short time, like a couple years, 2-3 years, from an injury, sparring, and I got re-injured with my sparring partners, which both times were my fault. I'm the one to blame for all that. But anyways, got my sternum cracked, got hooked on OxyContin the first time I tried it, but now I take Suboxone from being having the Havana syndrome form of vaccine injury and dirty electricity being streamed onto me, burning my skin, electromagnetic frequency burning my skin, being wirelessly electrocuted. I've been spontaneous combusted on my feet, like it was on crutches. My right foot first, it was 2 years. My forearm melted out. I got holes in my biceps, both of my calf muscles, and the corporate AI customer researcher using Voice of God technology audio, which is cell phone frequency that sticks to the magnetized metal, said that they're going to do my hands and top of my feet, my face, but no set order. But anyways, the one part of wireless brainwave data mining, the Hive Mind program, which is a big broadcast that streams up from the fiber optic grid and buried electrical line, is they stream an audio rift heroin, do drugs, shoot up, and while that audio rift is going, there's little cyclotronic digital pictures of a pile of pills in one of the pictures, and another picture's a syringe drawn up out of a spoon that's over a candle that's making the water bubble. Anyone who's ever used drugs intravenously knows you don't ever stick your needle in a bubbling spoon and draw your stuff up, because it'll expand the plastic and the syringe won't catch air. But so it's some amateur who did the picture for that. But it's part of artificial intelligence synthetic thought audio, and if your thought processes start entertaining those thoughts, it starts dragging you under artificial intelligence, layering out your thought process that's paying attention to that, and will drag you under. And it's part of really part of how so many people have been OD'd, getting their consciousness crushed out with artificial intelligence. I mean, with electromagnetic frequency, as if they're being sedated, and then the AI synthetic thought audio, video, all that streaming over the thought processes, walking their body like a puppet, and even being crushed to death, even if they ain't pulled under, but just doing drugs and assume that, oh, they just overdosed, but they got crushed to death with the direct energy, electromagnetic frequency. And what I'm talking about is the war of the mark of the beast that the preachers have been preaching about for 4 decades since I've been on this planet, and letting everyone know that vaccine injury is the sign that the heavy metals in the vaccines are being magnetized by electromagnetic frequency. So corporate computer scientists known as AI customer researchers can stream artificial intelligence and other information cloud frequencies onto the magnetized vaccine metals and create the profitable appearance of the corporate religion of science's war propaganda terms of the medical arm, the mental health arm, the supernatural arm, everything from ADD, every mental health term, demonic possession, cerebral palsy nonverbal, autism, psychic ability, remote viewing, every mental health term, and make billions and trillions of dollars waging war on humanity wirelessly. But the good news is, the second we get the information cloud shut off, every child across this planet labeled some medical, mental health, or supernatural term will 100% get their lives back in that moment. And my name's Jeremy Huffstickler. I use social media platform Twitter X. My Twitter X page is Jeremy Huffstickler 2+2. God's Word Never Wavered. I have Rumble and YouTube pages, which I'm still working on, and I have a whole lot of Facebook pages that go from 2016 to late 2023, early 2024, and they're as technically sound as I could possibly be about wireless brainwave data mining. And but I have to let that be known, because it was saying that one of my cell phones got stolen off the charger up here at the library, and then I went to get a government phone. I think it was last year and a half ago, and the dude who gave me the government phone, it was really weird. Phil at Trailer 15 gave me someone else's phone, And then they had all their information, so someone got my phone with all my information. And members of a corporate-backed communist domestic terror sleeper cell working with Israeli and Chinese nationals have been, to run COINTELPRO, have been scamming my 2+2 supporters coming up here. And I've contacted at least 250,000 people, talked to people that everybody knows their name since 2016. But if anyone contacts you asking you for money, tells you they work for me, I work for them, we represent each other, or they represent me in any way, as far as asking you for anything, taking you around to try to find me, you do your part. Go to the police department, sheriff's department, FBI field office, and press charges. I let it be known before I got out here on the street to get a good understanding of what to expect for speaking up about vaccine injury. That I wasn't asking people for money, because I could get killed out here telling the truth about vaccine injury, and I could get dropped dead by the corporate computer scientists streaming direct energy, dirty electricity into me, and just put me on the ground. And I didn't want to have people's money in my bank account, because then it would do no one any good. And I wanted to wait till we got 2+2 offices going, so it'd be totally transparent. We were going to be totally transparent, so people know where every penny that they donate went to. I work for drug rehabs, transitional facilities, other NGOs, and have heard and know about all the little side hustle and stuff that goes on working there, and people just saying, oh, they're spending money on this and that, and we're just I want people to know who they're helping to the penny. But the sleeper cell members stole they got into my 2+2 files, electronic files, when they got into my cell phone, and my big questionnaires and all that stuff. And then when they broke in my van, they stole hard copies of all that, plus a future donors list. So they seen that I've been being offered a lot of money, just even from average Joes. The biggest offer I got from an average Joe was $5,000, and told me, just hold on to your money when I get my offices going. You still got it, that's awesome. But if you ain't got it, that's cool. If you want to help, you're more than welcome. But they've been robbing people. But it's part of what happens. Like, a lot of people don't know that the parents suing the companies, the vaccine companies who vaccine harmed their child, they go through the same thing. They start getting slandered, harassed, or property damaged to silence them and keep them from being able to afford lawyers to represent them in court. The corporation who made the vaccine ends up picking the lawyer for the parents or the person who's vaccine injured. There's a whole lot that goes into speaking up about vaccine injury. But I've just been telling people, if anyone's told you any of that stuff, just tell the truth. That's the way the light of truth is spread, and that's the best way you can help at this moment.